Now, if you just put the club in between your hands, don't grip it, but just have that same wrist orientation that you just had then, right? So from there, if you do that same move in the takeaway where your lead wrist move flexed, see how that club then goes under and inside?
So
yeah?
heavy too.
Yeah, heavy as well, right? Now, if you just move away, but you try and move the club first, but then you move this and your torso during your takeaway and keep some width, awesome. Now that club face is nice and square to the back line, and you're creating the adequate width through the golf swing, right?
Somebody, if you are limited a little bit this way, try and experiment to get the backswing position here, so that as you do transition down, even though it's not getting into an external position, it moves from internal towards an external position, so it moves towards external rotation, which, as you can see, has a direct influence on flattening out that shot and shallowing it out. So just experiment, try and get that right elbow a little bit more out, because it might allow you to work this thing a little bit more external during transition. Shallow sharp pitches allow us to maintain posture and rotate through the ball.
So if I were to hold this here, about 6 inches from your right hip, you need to get your hands to go inside it and go to the takeaway position. There you go, good. See how more this move, this stay connected, and again. Good. Try and keep that out there.
So right here.
Yeah. Like I want this really feeling like it's out there. So hands are going in, club is staying out there. Yeah, alright, do it again. This hip now is rotating to make room for the hands to go in. Yeah. That's what we're doing. Because the hip didn't move, and that just went out like that. Alright, so do it again. So what we're going to do now, you're going to hit one, you're going to stop in this takeaway position, and then you're just going to swing up and swing down. Alright? Takeaway slow. Go. Cool. See now how that's across your chest. Club head is now much more neutral. Good. And so then from there, you keep that lead arm connected and it keeps that club face good. Alright? So you're going to go to that takeaway position again, make sure this moves, and then continue on with your swing. Alright? 6 inches from here, get the hands in, club out. Good. Carry on. Go. Good. Just trying to load there, not there. So the lead leg back. You're going to load in the trail side, right? And then you're going to press that one forward. See how much more loaded that is in trail glute? Yeah. So we're going there, turn to the top, really turn and load into that trail hip, trail glute. I'm going to step in, right? And it retracts behind you and it goes this way versus this way. Yeah. When it retracts behind you and goes that way, not only does it steepen the club, doesn't help you shallow, and it gets the right arm miles away from your right side. So then you move into the ball is that, right? And that also shoves the hosel closer to the ball. Yeah. Because as you're coming in, if you're coming in from here, you're just extending that hosel towards the golf ball. Yeah. Right? Whereas if you just feel a little bit more like the elbows stay a little bit together, and it doesn't need to be pinched together, like I said, because my elbow, when I get to the top of the backswing's here, but it doesn't get any further there. Yeah. The retraction behind you still stays in front, so it means I keep some width. So as I turn down, I'm able to get it more here and then rotate through. I don't have to throw and extend that right elbow to get back out in front. And then obviously that as well is going to twist the face shut. So if you do connect, it's going to go left. Correct. That's your feel. All right. Trying to get it going off and out, and then lay it off a bit. Then as soon as you exert a force down and rotate, it's in front of you. This is never where it's going to get to. But we have to feel it here, and we have to exaggerate it here to stop you being 6 or 7 from the inside. That needs to get lower, right? And for you to get it lower, especially when you go out in a different environment like playing golf, you're going to have to feel it going out there. So if you try and feel really wide in the takeaway, and then it goes up whilst maintaining the really good. Absolutely perfect.
Up while maintaining the spine line.
Yeah, good. So really wide, then up when maintaining the spine line. Do that really slow like you just did then. So takeaway, up, good. Put basically your thumb in your sternum and your pinky in your kind of joint of your elbow. And then from there, you keep that gap between the pinky and your thumb on your elbow as you go to the top. That'll stop that lead arm from going too far across you. Now, like you said, it could be a lead arm issue or a trail arm issue, but they work together. If one's going one way, if this stays off your chest more, that's going to stay more in front of you here.
Yeah.
There's plenty of others you can do to focus on the trail arm. You can grip it left below right. But one that I really like to help stop the player feeling like this lead arm gets way across their chest, as you make this move, keep that in there and keep that in there. And then you can unlock a little bit more pelvis rotation as you go to the top. That'll then get the arms up. Arms are in front of your torso, in front of the rib cage. And you've actually turned the body and loaded versus where you would get to if that gap gets narrower, that right arm, right shoulder would kind of retract behind you. Just put a golf ball in that, and you don't even need to have it underneath your armpit. If you have it kind of there, right in that joint, so you can't really squeeze it that hard.
Yeah.
Right, and then you go to the top, and you're trying to feel like you don't compress that ball, and you can then hit shots with that underneath your armpit there.
This angle, or this gap, more so here, between bottom of the arm and rib cage, just maintain it to the top.
Okay.
It's just going a little bit, wrist moves a little bit, and then it gets a little bit this way, right? Keep that there, and just feel like you keep that to the top. That really encourages you to turn. Once you're encouraged to turn, then your wrist is set, the club face is good. That then means that your pelvis doesn't do this. You can keep your width and go this way. Yeah. That gap, go to here, that right elbow. Okay, lead arm parallel, you're in this position, but you've got that gap, you maintain it, and then your little bump, then you're opening up. Alright?
Up, go. You'd find that everything in your takeaway, this would move and this would move, so do it.
So before, yeah, I was
It
going
would, and then this would get too far across and it underneath. No hinge, hands are high. Now when the hands go high during the takeaway, that influences the club as you take the club to come in here, right? If you feel the hands move low during the takeaway, where does the club want to go? Upwards, out and in front, right? And almost hinge up. So if the hands move up, the club moves down. Okay. If the hands move down, the club moves up. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, if you try and feel like the pelvis is a little bit more, I don't like the word restricted, but quieter in the takeaway, and you feel those hands move down, there you go, good. Now the club is way more in front of you. Now it can work more up and vertical versus under and in there. Okay, so show me one of those where you almost keep this quiet during the takeaway. Good, and then go up from there, then the pelvis moves, beautiful. So takeaway, hands really low. There, now, beautiful. Up, go.